These are typical of the forests on which all Australia depends for its supplies of wood for every purpose. The sap that runs through our trees may be termed the lifeblood of the country. A vast treasure house of raw materials has been built up through the ages by the patient processes of nature. We can't do without wood. Every day of our lives we're in direct contact with it in some form or another. It is a source of heat and power. No kind of building construction can proceed without it. The farmer must have it for his fences, his sheds, his machinery. It gives us our books and newspapers. It is spun into cloth. It is beaten, sawn, ground, molded and polished to an infinite variety of forms and applied to an infinite variety of uses. Wander with us among these majestic beauties. Felling the trees, although a big job, is only one part of timber getting. These beasts of burden are hauling logs to the landing stages, from which they are transferred to the mill. There are more ways than one of moving these logs, many tons in weight. A more modern method, where the bush is not too dense, is the winch. Tremendous power is exerted on the wire rope to take the log anything up to a mile. The third method, where high hills and low valleys are encountered, is by a skyline lead, up which our friend is now being hauled. A winch is again the motive power, but instead of traversing the ground, the log is taken up into the air and wafted across impenetrable country. They give this nice, easy job to the tired and retired bullock drivers, who no longer need to exercise their unlimited vocabularies. Are the iron bullocks that are doing an extraordinary job in getting timber out. Nothing stops these diesel tractors. The stress and strain they suffer is tremendous. One of them does the work of 20 bullocks more quickly and more cheaply. A more permanent way, where the supply of timber is such as to make the building of bridges and tunnels as permanent structures economical, is the railway. Distances up to 10 miles are traversed between forest and mill. The mills are hives of industry, in some cases employing the total inhabitants of a town. The mills being built before the houses are built from the timber produced by the mill. And please don't ask where they got the timber to build the mill. Thousands of mills situated all over Australia produce millions of super feet of sawn timber every day. These are the forests for the protection of which a vast organization has been formed. Although the work of destruction is going on in order to satisfy the needs of the Commonwealth, it is an organized destruction, behind which lies theoretical and practical knowledge and experience. Here, at Prestwick, Victoria, is a typical forestry school. In classroom, field and laboratory, the budding forester learns the arts and crafts of his future profession, and his life is devoted to the protection of our great heritage. Millions of acres of land in Australia are preserved as state forests. To maintain all this in a condition of continuous production, a tremendous amount of work and supervision is necessary, and large bodies of men are constantly employed on reforestation and other essential work under the skilled direction of forest officers. Fire is the dread calamity against which the Forestry Service is constantly guarding. Motor, foot, air and mounted patrols are continually on the alert to guard against this. And this terrible result. It was in the forests that primitive man learned to live. From the forest he derived his dwelling, his food, his all. As civilization marched onward, man, puny by comparison, achieved great things which basically owe nearly everything to the forests. If we continue to care for our forests, they will live to serve us and descendants for generations to come. Nature's reward for preserving a great heritage.